Very good evening. We're in the second part of Isaiah, and I appreciate the good work that Dave did tonight, and Brian has kicked us off to a good quarter. Coincidentally, we were in Isaiah 38 and 39, and I'd like to read just a few verses of Isaiah 38. You can turn there if you'd like. Isaiah 38, we're going to read the first 4 or 5 verses. Isaiah 38, it begins, "In those days Hezekiah became mortally ill. And Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz, came to him and said to him, 'Thus says the Lord, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live.' Then Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord and said, 'Remember now, O Lord, I beseech you, how I have walked before you in truth and in whole heart, have done what is good in your sight.' And Hezekiah wept bitterly. Then the word of the Lord came to Isaiah, saying, 'Go and say to Hezekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of your father David, I have heard your prayer, and I have seen your tears. Behold, I will add 15 years to your life.'" When you have a section like this, I've got to imagine a Brian or a Dwayne could preach several sermons. There's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know about you, but I don't know that I woke up this morning and I had a prayer that talked about how I've walked before God in truth, or with my whole heart, and have done what is right in His sight. I don't think that's how we think. But how amazing it is that Hezekiah could pray that. Or what about God? Can you imagine? With just a simple sentence, I will add 15 years to your life. We can't guarantee anybody 15 seconds. How amazing God is that He has that power. But I think the most amazing thing in this passage is that through Isaiah, God told Hezekiah, "Set your house in order, or you shall die and not live." We don't know when we're going to die. Evidently, he was at a point where it appeared that it would be very close. But he was given something by God through Isaiah to get yourself ready. I don't know what that consisted of, saying the things you need to say, doing the things you need to do, but I've got to imagine there had to be some spiritual concerns there too. But the question is, what happened 15 years later with Hezekiah? Did he have to be told? No, not really. Maybe reminded? I don't know. It doesn't really say. But in 15 years he would die, because that's all God gave him. But the question tonight is, God's already told you to set your house in order, because for certain you will die and you will not live. We just don't know when that is. You see, it's not about time here, because that's what he said at that time, and then 15 years later, probably he had to go through the same ordeal. And we talked about it in class. How did it look the last 6 months or 3 months of his life? I don't know. But you could be sitting in your last 6 months or 3 months, 3 days or 3 minutes of your life. We just don't know. So have you got your house in order? I don't know. You know. But if you don't know, you need to make a change. And you see, the thing of it is that's the beauty of God's people. We're not God. We're not Jesus. We can't save you, but we can certainly help you along the way. And as we stand and sing, please consider how we can help you to set your house in order. And we also look forward to you to help us, to help ourselves when we set our house in order. Once again, we don't know when we're going to die. It's not about now. It's not about then. It's about we just don't know. Time is not the issue. The issue is setting your house in order. If we can help you in any way set your house in order. Please stand as we